Hi, BC family. Welcome to your midweek devotion. This week, I want to talk to you about it's time to grow. So I know you've heard it because I've said it or you've heard it from somewhere else, the saying that we want to grow through something, not just go through something. The fact is, we grow through difficult times. That's just a fact. That is when character is being developed. If you think about it from the term of children, okay? So when a kid loses a game, or gets hurt by someone or has disappointments, what do we do as adults? We turn those into teachable moments. We say, well, I'm sorry that this happened to you, but you have a choice. You can be mad all day. You can blame people on your team, or you can say, you know what? I tried my best and we'll fix some things and we'll do better next time. I'm sorry you're hurt. You have a choice. You can hold on to your anger and your bitterness. You can take on the offense or you can let it roll off, just like waters roll off of a duck's feathers. And you can forgive them and you can move on about your day with peace and joy. Having a good day despite what happened to you, right? Or we say, I'm so sorry you're disappointed. You have a choice. You can let this ruin your day. You can cry all day. You can be miserable. Or you can choose to think on good things, on better things to come. You can have a great day despite your disappointment, right? What are we doing with these children? We're helping them develop in their character. They are growing through these difficult moments. And we do this with kids all the time. But then how many adults have these moments and we call friends to complain? We keep our anger for days. We sit there and relive our moments and rehash it out with person to person over and over and over. We become depressed or stressed out or bitter. We choose to stay in our moments sometimes, or we just kind of buckle down and push through it. We just go through our difficulties rather than taking the time to grow through them. It's all about perspective. It's that choice that you have in those difficult moments. So being on a mountaintop, if you're talking about walking through a valley or a mountaintop is always the best place, but it's not a place where you're going to grow. You're not stretched when you're on your mountaintop. When everything in life is going awesome and going great, you're not really developing anything. You're not being stretched in anything. Growth happens when you have to overlook an insult, when you have to forgive a wrong, when you have to do what's right, even when the wrong things happen to you. That's growth. In Psalms 23, David said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. He didn't state he lived there, or that he was trapped there, or that he would die there. No, it was a temporary place. He knew this too shall pass. Where I am right now is not where I will always be. He had that mindset. We're going to have difficult times. We're going to have health problems, financial problems, struggles in relationships. We all have things that can take our joy, that can ruin our day, our week, our year. But like David, we have a choice in our perspective. He said, nope, I'm not staying here. I'm not curled up on a donkey letting the elements just beat me down as I go through this valley. No, he's not sitting there going, maybe I'll make it through. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the other side. No, he said, I'm going to go through this. He had eyes forward. He was determined to take ground and move forward despite. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? Because he's keeping his eyes forward. He's making that growth. He's taking ground. Psalms 84:6 says, passing through the valley of weeping, Baca. They make it a place of springs. The early rain also fills the pools with blessings. I really like that verse. Passing through the valley of weeping. They make it a place of springs. So they're turning it into something else. The early rain also fills the pools with blessings. So we can be going through the valley of the weeping. But with the right perspective, you can be tapping into those pools of blessings and letting God be refreshing you while you're going through it. That's how you grow through it, right? It's all about perspective. It's our choice. See, that valley of weeping, it said that they had made it a place of springs and the early rains filled the pools with blessings. But I wonder how many people didn't even find the pools didn't see the good in the middle of the valley of the weeping, right? It's all about perspective. James 1:2-4 says, "Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it." That means it's your choice. It's your perspective. Consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. I love that version. When your faith is stretched, tested, and you have a chance to grow. But remember, he said, consider it. It was your choice, right? Your choice if you're going to grow or not. So I was reading a devotion by Kelly Kay, and one of the chapters is called Sandpaper People. And this gave me a whole new perspective on difficult moments, on difficult people, on difficult circumstances. So I wanted to share a little bit of the Diva with you. So it's called Sandpaper People. So sandpaper is a tool that is designed to smooth and refine edges and surfaces. It's abrasive and rough. It hurts if you rub it on your skin, right? For many, it makes a noise that I know a lot of people can't stand. It's like nails on a chalkboard. They just can't take it. Sandpaper can come in different grades. You can go from fine all the way to coarse, depending on the density and size of it. Not only is sandpaper designed to smooth and refine a surface, but it can also remove roughness, rust, old paint. It can drastically change something, can't it? So, what does this have to do with our perspective? When you're going through a rough season, a rough situation, when you have a person who just rubs you the wrong way, right? You're just struggling with a coworker, or you just have a relationship issue. When you're going through something that makes you just kind of grit your teeth, that pushes your emotions to the max, you're just not sure if you can take it anymore, you can consider it a great joy. Why? Because they or that situation is in your life to smooth out your character. You can let these difficult times and people and situations become a growing moment. You can say, okay, God, you can teach me in these times. What can I learn through this? Refine my character, expose any issues in my life that I need to fix. That's what sandpaper does, right? It refines things, it exposes things. So you can use these difficult seasons, these challenging people to develop you. You can take on the perspective of this coworker is actually a gift from God. This situation, this financial crisis, this moment that I'm going through, this is actually a gift from God because I'm going to learn through this. I'm going to learn patience. I'm going to increase in my walk with God. I'm going to grow in my faith. I'm going to increase my time with God. God's saying, I know it's rough. Sandpaper's rough. It's painful at times. I mean, sandpaper can hurt. But we can change our mindset and count it all joy because we are getting our rough edges smoothed out. We're getting that rust removed. We're getting the paint removed. We are becoming something new. It's all in our perspective, right? Just like sandpaper comes in different grades, so does our difficulties. They range from fine to coarse. And if we keep the right mindset, then we're going to be achieving different levels of refinement, right? We might be going through different sandpaper seasons or with certain sandpaper people, and it's shaping us and helping us achieve in our walk with God and in our life, depending on how rough it is, depends on how much you achieve in that level, right? So you have to remind yourself in these moments that it's only temporary. And you can say, God, show me how I can grow through this. So don't sit there and complain and get frustrated and stressed out. Stop and think, okay, this is sandpaper in my life. What is sandpaper doing? It's not hurting me. It's not trying to destroy me. No, it's shaping me. It's smoothing out my edges. It's refining me. It's getting off some old stuff so that I can be new and that God can use me in different ways. See, it's all about perspective. Notice I'm never saying that God change that person, right? That's not what I'm saying. God, make them see. No, it's a growing and a developing for you, right? So encourage yourself this week. Don't settle in the valley of darkness. Don't make that your permanent address. When you realize it's just sandpaper, you'll think, I should be stressed. upset. I should be stressed out. I should be down. I have so much working against me right now. But, all in the natural. But I'm happy. I'm at peace. I'm expecting good things. Not only is God working for me, because who can be against me, but I'm letting the sandpaper refine me, smooth me out. I'm growing in my faith and endurance. I'm tapping in to those pools of blessing. See, when you take that situation and you say, okay, this is rough. It's hurting like sandpaper, but it's shaping me. That's when you can start to tap into those pools of blessing, even though you're walking through the valley of the weeping. You can still walk in peace. You can still grow. You can still endure. So this week, change your mindset. Count it all joy when difficulties come, because you will grow. God will work through you and be developing you. You will come through stronger than before. And I say this a lot to myself, this too shall pass. It's going to pass. You got to keep that mindset. It's going to pass no matter what the choice is. So how do I want to be on the other side of this? Am I going to be stressed out, hurt, weak, bitter, confused? Or am I going to grow through this and come back stronger, better, walking deeper in the things of God? The choice is yours this week. Choose to grow and not just go through your difficult moments. And have a great week. Bye.